if you've been in jail for 25 years, you've been in jail for 25 years, and let's say you had been released the first year. You had been released the first year. You've been in jail for 25 years, but out of that 25 years, the first year, there was information that you are free. You are not supposed to be there. Yet you had been there for 24 years more. You weren't in jail because you were supposed to be in jail. You were there because the information had not come that for 24 years you had been free. I don't know if I have to go back again. Do I have to go back again? You've been in jail for 25 years. But after the first year, it was realized that you were never guilty of what the sentence you are serving. But well, let's say through a human error, the info was never brought to you. So you were in jail for 24 years more, making 25. And then the news is brought after the 25th year that we found out that the evidence against you and all that was wrong. So 24 years ago, we found out that the information and all the evidences about you was wrong. So you are free. They didn't set you free. They made you free. Do you know the word of God is the sperm of God? Do you know it's the sperm of God? What happens when a man and a woman have intercourse? You know, there are different kinds of knowledge, right? We have an intellectual knowledge. It's knowledge that comes by study. So probably you go to school, you are taught about we have subjects like science. You are taught about science, you are receiving knowledge about science, right? So you are enlightened. That is knowledge that's coming through study. You are being lectured, you are being told. You come to church, the word of God is being ministered to you. You are receiving knowledge. You are being told something. Knowledge is coming to you. You met someone, the person may have told you something you didn't know previously. Knowledge has come to you. So you have been told something. That's not the kind of knowledge he's talking about here. That you will know the truth. Or you will know the truth based on hearing it. You will know the truth based on being told, and it will make you free. That's not the kind of knowledge he's talking about here. You see, the kind of knowledge that makes free is not based on hearing or telling. Do you get what I'm saying? I said this kind of knowledge, the knowledge that makes free. See why it's coming. He says you will know the truth. Context. You will know the truth. He says, and the truth will make you. He didn't say you would apply the truth and you will be free. He didn't say you would hear the truth and you would be free. He didn't say you would use the truth and you would be free. He says you will know the truth. The key word there is know. You will know the truth. You will do what? And I told you there is a knowing, or usually when we hear the word know, what we are able to relate to is what you were told. Right? That's how you got to know. So when he says you will know the truth, the person is relating to that, the knowing based on what he's told. So So there are people that believe that when I come to church and I hear the word of God, I am knowing the truth, right? And it's making me free, or I'm getting the result of that truth. I told you something. I said the knowing here is not based on what you heard. It's not based on what you were told. It's not based on what has been communicated to you. That is not how you are relating to the truth. You didn't know that truth by it being told you. You didn't know that truth by it being communicated to you. You didn't know that truth by through study. What is the know here? What did Jesus mean when he said you will know the truth? It's not knowledge that comes by hearing. That's not what makes a man free. Let me clarify the make and the set. Let me clarify the make and the set. When he says you set someone free, it has to do with the person being in a certain condition. Illustration. Let's say there's someone in prison, right? And then information comes that he's free from the guilt of what he finds himself in. Then you take the information to the right authorities. They go to the person. Then they are like, this is the issue, so you can go. We are setting you free. When we talk about making free has got to do with a condition where the person is in a state he's not supposed to be in. He had always been free. Listen, he had always been free. But that truth is what makes that freedom a reality. Do I go back again? I said he had always been free. If you've been in jail for 25 years, you've been in jail for 25 years, and let's say you had been released the first year. You had been released the first year. You've been in jail for 25 years, but out of that 25 years, the first year, there was information that you are not supposed, you are free, you are not supposed to be there. Yet you had been there for 24 years more. You weren't in jail because you were supposed to be in jail. You were there because the information had not come that for 24 years you had been free. I don't know if I have to go back again. Do I have to go back again? You've been in jail for 25 years. But after the first year, it was realized that you were never guilty of what the sentence you are serving. But well, let's say through a human error, the info was never brought to you. So you were in jail for 24 years more, making 25. And then the news is brought after the 25th year that we found out that the evidence against you and all that was wrong. So 24 years ago, we found out that the information and all the evidences about you was wrong. So you are free. They didn't set you free, they made you free. Because you had been free all the time. Do you get me? You had been free all the time. But based on lack of info, You are still living as one. So you see, when a child of God is hearing the word of God, he's not being set free, he's being made free. He's not being set at liberty. So for you, you will hear the truth. You will know the truth. You will know the truth. And the truth doesn't set you free, it makes you free. Let me come back to what the verse is saying. He says, you will know the truth, and the truth will make you free. The word know here is not a no. Listen, it's not a no that comes by hearing. It's not a no that comes by study. It's not a no that comes by somebody telling you something. I'm saying this because the kind of word that was used here, when you talk about intellectual knowledge, the Greek word is gnosis, Gnosis. That is knowledge that comes by communication, telling, like you go to school and then you are being taught what is happening. You are. It's also a form of knowing. So you are knowing something. You are being told. You are receiving information. So you are knowing something. That is gnosis. That is intellectual knowledge. That's why you have lectures. They lecture to you. So as they lecture to you, what is happening? You are increasing in knowledge. You are being enlightened. You are getting to know. That's not the kind of the know that was used here. That's not the kind of know. He says, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Glory to Jesus. Have you heard this expression before? She has not known any man before. Have you heard that expression before? If you are like, oh, she has not known any man before, does it mean she's not heard of any man before? Does it mean she's not been told of any man before? Do you know what that expression means? Do you know what that expression means? If they say a woman has not known a man before, am I not using the same word no? If it says a woman has not known a man before, does it mean she's not heard of a man before? It has got to do with a coming together. It has got to do with a uniting. It's got to do with a oneness. It has got to do with a mingling. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Let me show you something. The word know here. Let me show you what it also means. It says it's a Jewish idiom. The word know. Listen carefully. It says it's a Jewish idiom for sexual intercourse between a man and a woman. You don't get it. He says it has to do with sexual intercourse between what? A man and who? A woman. That's what the word know here means. So when he talks about knowing, I told you it's not talking about something someone told you. It's a knowing based on what? Intercourse. So he's telling you that the word of God that makes you free is the word you have an intercourse with. Do you know why? Do you know why? Do you know the word of God is a sperm, is the sperm of God? Do you know it's the sperm of God? What happens when a man and a woman have intercourse? What? It will result in birth. Something will be conceived. You would relate to what I'm communicating very soon. Something will be conceived. That's why I said it's not a knowing that comes by just hearing. It's a knowing that comes by what? Intimacy.